Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. An article that caught my attention, and that is Wladimir Klitschko, the former heavyweight champion of the world, the Ukrainian, calls Joe Rogan a Putin apologist and accused Joe Rogan of spreading Russian propaganda. I have here the article, and I will put it back to another article where Mr. Klitschko had some statements regarding diversity and racism. In 2020, I watched that video and I was like, why are you doing this? Nevertheless, I said, that's your thing, it's your problem, it's your fight, that's fine. But then you have Mr. Klitschko doing this to Joe Rogan. Now, this video is not to defend Joe Rogan in any way. He has big balls, he has a lot of power, he doesn't have an army, therefore his power could be destroyed with someone knocking at his door with something right here, with a little paper or no paper, maybe with his hand in his pocket, or maybe here. Anyway, what's going on here? I'm going to read what Vladimir Klitschko says about Joe Rogan and for what. These people who immediately, the moment you disagree with what they want you to say, start calling you names, they are not good people. Now, I don't know if Vladimir Klitschko had to say that, people around him and his political career, or he really felt about saying that. All right, let's see the article first. This comes from the Daily Beast. It doesn't really matter where it comes from. It matters what it contains. This is from November 24, 2024. Joe Rogan slammed for, and I'm quoting, repeating Russian propaganda on his podcast. Joe Rogan, obviously. Joe Rogan was labeled an apologist for Vladimir Putin by Ukrainian boxing legend and brother of the mayor of Kyiv on Sunday. It follows a sensational assertion by the podcaster, UFC commentator, and fervent supporter of President-elect Donald Trump that the actions of President Joe Biden could lead to an escalation of the raging fighting with Russia and even start a World War III. Sensational assertion. It's called analysis, it's called freedom of speech, it's called opinion, it's called whatever. This is what the guy says, not a sensational assertion. That's his opinion. That's his statement. You can call it an assertion. No, it's not an assertion because it goes that way. There's evidence that you can put together and reach that conclusion easily. The problem is it's politically incorrect not to do it, and you are called a Putin sturge or Putin apologist right here, which I don't give a shit, just so you know. All right? People are as they are. Now, Vladimir Klitschko, I don't think he's very something. I want to show you the next article after we continue with the first article. Rogan made his hot button comments. You see? Hot button comments. He just needs them because he doesn't have 30 million subscribers or something. Last week, after Biden gave Ukraine permission to use long-range US supplied missiles that can strike deep into Russia amid the ongoing conflict. Why? So, remember, Biden gave Ukraine permission to use long-range US supplied missiles that can strike. Putin said, we're gonna nuke you if you do that. Is that World War III? Or is it just an assumption? So Putin said, that's a red line. You do that, this is what we, evil Russians, will do to you. NATO countries, not only Ukraine. So it was a wild assertion or it was a logical, I don't even know, that's the way things go. He said that. You could say, you know what, I don't care, man. I don't care if that's your red line. I'm going to cross it. Okay, I'm going to nuke you. All right, I'm willing to take this chance. Right? No. You fucking President of the United States of America, you don't make the decision in my name. Okay? You don't blow me up or my family or my nation because you are dying or you're mostly dead or anyway. So this is democracy for you. So let's move on. He also placed blame with the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who is a puppet. We all know that, but we're not supposed to say that the emperor has no clothes. That's the only thing. We're not supposed. Therefore, you call people names. And I'm quoting Rogan. Zelensky said Putin is terrified Fuck you, man. Fuck you, people. End quote. Rogan said, you people are about to start World War III. End quote. He pointed the finger at Biden, exclaiming, and I'm quoting, maybe that would be a good thing we would like to avoid from a dying former president. That's correct. We all die with every second. He is overdue. Let's put it this way. On Sunday, Vladimir Klitschko, a Ukrainian, he's only 48. He looks like 62, but anyway, that's just me. A Ukrainian former world heavyweight champion posted a video on X where he took took issue, Jesus Christ, at Rogan for spreading, quote-unquote, Russian propaganda. The 48-year-old, who last fought professionally, accused the podcast host of, and I'm quoting, using the only weapon that Vladimir Putin really intends to use. No, he has nuclear weapons, you fuck up. What do you mean the only weapon? Are you crazy? His brother, Vitaly Klitschko, another former world heavyweight champion, is mayor of Kyiv, and he shits his pants when Zelensky Steins look at him. He's a dead man walking for Zelensky Stein. That's why he keeps his mouth shut. But hey, the situation is real over there. And I'm quoting Mr. Klitschko, Joe Rogan, I listened to your latest podcast. I'm sending you this video to let you know that I disagree. That's fine. Klitschko said, and I'm quoting, you talk about these American weapons being sent to Ukraine, which you believe will lead to the Second World War. No, you don't believe. It's a threat from Putin. It's not believing. That's what he said. He's not believing. And I'm quoting again Mr. Klitschko. So, let me tell you that you're repeating Russian propaganda. No, Klitschko, that's not true. We all know what Putin said. He said, if you allow the Ukrainians to use our weapons that we pay for, and I never voted to send them over there, we might use nuclear weapons on you. It's not propaganda, it's what the guy said. And it's truthful. No, propaganda is a lie. All right, this is truthful. He said that. So again, Klitschko, you are wrong. Putin's Russia is in trouble. Really? Can you expand on that, please? So they want to scare you and people like you. Oh, it's not you guys. No. His war was supposed to last 3 days. 2 weeks if NATO would not have taken us fighting for Zelensky Stein and the interests he is representing. His war was supposed to last 3 days. It has lasted three years thanks to the heroism and sacrifice of us Ukrainians. No. Hold on, Klitschko. Without the weapons, the support, the sanctions, the more than $200 billion from these guys, you would have been done in 2 weeks. Yes, Ukrainian heroism, but you don't want imbecilic heroism in the name of this Zelensky Stein with his interest. Klitschko, you're a bad person right here. Bad person, Jerry, bad person. It's true, you sacrifice a nation, Klitschko. You're part of it. And I'm quoting, Putin's Russia wants to destroy Ukraine quietly. No, I disagree with that. They want America to stay quiet, not great. A great America is not an America that abandons countries that defend freedom with their lives. Really? How much history you know, Klitschko? How much history do you know? How much? Do you know Iraq? How we brought democracy there? You know Afghanistan? We abandoned it. Do you remember Libya? We abandoned it. And many others. You know shit. You're either an ignorant, I have to tell you, or you're not an ignorant, but then you're a bad person. Which one you are, Klitschko? I like you, but why did you have to do this? Was that an AK-47 aimed at you? Where you were looking through a barrel or what? Klitschko offered to be a guest on Joe Rogan Experience so we could discuss like free men. No, what you're doing is not like what free men do. Because free men say, you know what, I'm not going to call you, I'm trying to shame you, publicly shame you. I'm not going to do that. Maybe they're going to talk together. But what's going to happen when Rogan is going to pull up some information? He's going to say, no, that's propaganda. No, that's not true. No, I disagree with Klitschko. And he said, the X account of Joe Rogan podcast subsequently tweeted in response, and I'm quoting, does this make sense to anyone or just an attempt to get on the podcast? Question mark, right there. So Joe Rogan says, billionaire Big Ackman, a Jewish guy like Zelensky Stein, urged the show to have Klitschko appear. It's none for you, motherfucker, to decide who appears and not. You take care of our Ivy Leagues, Harvard schools to cut our free speech. You take care of that with your sponsors. It's enough that you fuck up our university. Stay away. Nobody asked you anything, Ackman. Yeah, you should have him on, he replied. How about you go to where you belong? Where do you belong, actually? Anyway, let's see what's going on here. How are you allowed? It says Biden is allowing Kyiv to use a sophisticated army tactical missile system or ATACMS. In recent weeks, Putin has enlisted help from thousands of troops from North Korea. That's not a fact. That's two countries that reported that. Countries involved in the war against Russia, which is Ukraine and the United States of America. I understand the Brits could easily make the same statement, the Germans. You just push a button and going to be, yes, sir, what do I need to say? But in this case, it's just allegations. Have you seen a picture? All the pictures on this, how do you call them, articles that they write, you see North Koreans in North Korea. Don't you have anything from your satellites, from anything? No groupings? Nothing. Just say. And you know how much I believe these guys? As much I believe them with the Gulf of Tonkin, with weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. So, no, bring something that is trustworthy. Now, and I'm quoting, how are you allowed to do that when you're on your way out? Rogan said of Biden, who will leave office on January 1st. And I'm quoting again. Let me put this one. All right. There should be some sort of pause for significant actions that could potentially start a World War III. I think it's correct. Meanwhile, Trump insists he will bring poop. Okay, so this is what Klitschko said. He can say that. Ackman. Why was Ackman the only one used here? Is because Ackman is supporting Zelensky Stein, his buddy? Is that why? No, we can't say that. Even though, why didn't they say? I don't know. They mentioned a Romanian saying that. They could find a Romanian baboon. There's no problem. You find baboons everywhere. Very cheap, very cheap. So again, he said that. No problem. It's your say. I think you're wrong, but I understand it to a certain extent. That is, it's your country. But the problem is, you are, I think, on the wrong side, which is you allow foreign interest with the Zelensky Steins to ruin your country. And you might be one of the guys who would be probably responsible for, I don't know, a bigger war than it's already there. The Russians could use nuclear weapons, and I think the Zelensky Steins are having no problem with that. Actually, I mean, we had two. So this could be the third one. If diversity doesn't work in Europe to eat the continent, maybe a nuclear war will finish the things. What do you think? That speed up the process. So let's see what Klitschko did and said for something. Again, fine, you can have your opinion, but why was it necessary? Were you pussy whipped or something? Let me show you. Here, this is according to us. All right, celebrity news. I found it was the long hanging fruit. Well, you can find the video where he comes and says, Klitschko, where it is, Hayden Panettiere shares powerful video of ex-Vladimir Klitschko speaking out against racism. Great, good for you, that's fine. Sharing the love. Hayden Panettiere returned to social media to share a thoughtful video of her ex-fiancé Vladimir Klitschko speaking out against racism amid nationwide Black Lives Matter protest. When I saw this one, I was, you are a Ukrainian, that happens here, you don't know squat what's going on with the Black Lives Matter here, you don't know anything. I mean, maybe you know, but then you speak about that. We should all speak up against these kind of things. But he was on the other side. When these guys were burning shit here, what about that one? I would have had the National Guard right there taking care of shit in 30 minutes. Clear the streets. Guarantee you that. Everywhere. But hey, how is that? Serve and protect? Fuck you, police. The police was not allowed to do it. Why? Political. So Klitschko, it's more than that. You know how Mr. George Floyd died? Yeah, we all know that. Wait. Remember how that guy, no, don't shoot thing? Okay, wait. Now, this guy is talking about diversity. He says, because of my fighting experience, I know what diversity is. And he's going to tell us, right here, something idiotic, I would say. This is what he says. I've been fortunate from sports to understand international competitions. Me too. So we're equal here. Not the same level, but hey, we're equal. The former professional boxer, 44 at that time, it was in 2020, began in the inspiring video reposted by his, that he wanted probably be back, and I'm quoting, sport is multinational. Oh yeah, that means multi-nation. If a guy, I'm just giving you an example, if a guy from Zimbabwe moves to your country and gets citizenship, is he your national, co-national? Like I am an American right here? Or I am a Romanian in the United States of America with, naturalized. What am I? And here, this country is different than Ukraine. If you think that Ukraine is a nation, it is okay, it's not one made of, how do you call those? Settlers and the Europeans, mostly. And then they fucked us in 1965. Remember that one? They changed immigration. Therefore, we became a different kind of, all right? So, he's an imbecile. He doesn't know that. Or maybe he doesn't even care. I don't think he knows. Anyway, so he's talking about a different country. That's fine. I speak about different countries all the time. And I might not know shit about it. But hey, at least I speak as he does. If he has the right, I should have a right. Alright, so sport is multinational, and especially in combat sports, there is respect and appreciation for your opponent, no matter who they are or where they are coming from. Correct! But it's in sports. That's nationals. I encourage all of us to educate ourselves. Oh, thank you very much. To read, learn, and enjoy diversity. That's not what he's talking about. In a competition, I'm a Romanian fucking the Ukrainian up in a Kyokushin fight, or vice versa. Here, these guys are talking about a country. A country with diversity. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. But Klitschko continues to tell us about, not judging a book by the cover, which I agree with. But you can't, if you see a dog, and some dogs bite, some dogs don't bite, right? But could be friendly, could not be friendly. Or let's say a snake. You don't know what kind of snake that is. Some of them might attack you, some of them, but it's still a snake. I'm not trying to portray anybody here as bad, but Klitschko's statements. Now, if I make a mistake here and I say I refer to him or that and this and that, it's just, in the middle of the but nothing with him personally. But I think that he should be a bit more thoughtful. That was the reason why I started making videos. I heard all kind of baboons making all kind of statements and promoted by the mass media, by the media operatives, and I was thinking, these guys don't know what they're talking about. That guy is lying. That guy is ugly. That guy is fat. And I should not get involved. Why not? I know more than that guy. I know I'm not lying. I'm more presentable than that guy. And so on. And that was one of the reasons why I got involved in this one. So nevertheless, this is Mr. And this is the girl that he right there. The girl that posted. All right, you're lost. She went somewhere else. So I'm not going to go further than this. Enough is enough. The point is, he can have his say. I agree with that. But that's imbecilic, Vladimir. It's imbecilic. Why? If you did it for a patriotic sentiment, I understand that, because that sometimes clouds our brains. But it's not something that you just do right now and you make a video. No, you arrange the video. The video was not made like me. I'm working in the street and it's not like that. No, you had people who did that. People probably who told you that. I don't know. But here it is. Joe Rogan and Ackman is going to come and tell them. Ackman. Who's next? What is his name? Abramovich next? Who's going to get involved? And Abramovich has more to do with that than Ackman. All right, my friends, sorry for the little rant that I had here, but I couldn't just, let this go. Because I knew, I listened to his, that video that he posted in 2020. It was during the pandemic and all, and I was like, whatever it was, these guys could protest, but we have to wear masks in the office and so on. It was fucked up. Anyway, that tells you the America, the freedom, the free and the brave. Maybe the brave, but definitely not really. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.